Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. All right, let's get into it. I know you guys have grown accustomed to my hilarious commentaries and revolutionary gameplays that I always pump out at a consistent, amazing pace. Thank you so much. Oh, I just saw the name of this article. Time is money. Yeah, they must be talking about me in there and how I made my fortune. Oh shit, time is money. This article is about William Bradford Holland. I'm William Bradford Holland, in case you guys didn't know. That's me. Time is money. They talk about me in there. Andrew Martin's typing articles about me. Yeah. Time is money. And you know I got it. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear the rain outside. It's currently raining, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I paid a local shaman to try to stop. He was dancing all morning and didn't stop it once. So if you hear it outside, I'm sorry. But today we're going to be doing something, a couple of cards got announced last night over there in Japan. You ever heard of it? That's where the Japanese live. So a couple of cards got announced over there in Japan. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a professional art critic. When I'm not making my money off YouTube, I'm a professional art critic. That's how I amassed some of my fortune. That's how I amassed some of my fortune. So I'm going to actually go through and I'm going to review some of the cards, but mainly I'm going to review some of the art. Time is money. Let's get into it. Ninja Spinner is in there. Japanese set. I told you that's where the Japanese live, is in Japan. See, if you take the word Japanese, take off the esse, you have Japan. That's how I remember that's how they live there. So you guys feel free to use that trick in your real life too. You don't just have to hear that and tell me how smart I am. You guys can use that in your real life too. So first here, they're saying it's going to have this guy. He's a break dancer. That's why he's upside down. See, he's busting a pose. Every time this guy enters the battle, that's the noise he's going to make. Because he's a break dancer. See, in the 90s, the decade of the 90s, where I was born, the 19th century. Yes, I know. You would have certain individuals would go out in the street with cardboard and they would bust a move on it. They would dance on said cardboard. That is what this is actually referencing here. Is he's upside down because he is break dancing. They think it's also going to have this guy, Mega Dragalgi. I mean, he's here for sure. And then Floette got one. So they think these are going to be in it. I don't know yet. I'm not a psychic man. I'm not one of these psychic types, okay? I don't read terror cards. I have no idea what's going on in the future. I live in the now, Pokey Beach. Let's not make predictions, okay? So we got a Chespin here. We got one. I know you guys have been asking for more Chespin cards. They listened, okay? He's prancing through the forest. I'm liking this. He's enamored with this here berry. I'll let him eat it. I'll let him eat it. I give this one a let him eat that berry out of 5. Moving on down to Quilladin. Sorry. I bit my tongue, and also I'm dumb and can't read well. Quilladin. Here we go. It took me a while to figure out what was actually happening in this card. I was like, is he jumping for excitement after an asteroid is destroying the dinosaurs? Does Quilladin hate dinosaurs? I had to ask myself for a while. I was sitting there staring at this artwork going, okay, clearly things are dying. Is Quilladin happy about asteroid death? Why would they make that canon into the Pokemon world? Why do we need to know that Quilladin hates dinosaurs and loves asteroid death? I pondered looking at this, and then I realized what was happening in the artwork is he's happy because he wants you to lick his scrot. He wants you to lick that scrotum right there. Tongue his testes, maybe? I give this card a ew out of 5. I don't know if I can talk about this card legally. I mean, legally, I don't know if I can talk about it. I mean that literally. I'm actually in a lawsuit with Nintendo, Pokemon here. See, I'm suing Pokemon, Nintendo, Creatures, and Game Freak because I actually knew a boy named Chester Noddington, and we would call him Chestnut growing up. We would call him that. We'd go, "Hey, Chestnut," and I mean years before Pokemon even thought about designing this thing. Years before they thought of this thing, I was calling a boy I knew, Chestnut. His name was Chester Noddington from the Temecula Noddingtons. I'm from Temecula, California, the Temecula Noddingtons. And we would call him Chestnut. We'd always go, "Hey, Chesty, Chestnut." We'd say things like that with our Brooklyn accents in California. We would say things like that as children, as youth. In my youth, I would do that. So I'm actually suing them over the rights to the name because I have documented proof that I had long used it before them. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk about this card. So I'll give this a legal gray area out of 5. All right. We got a Fennekin here, everybody's favorite little Firefox. Look at these tiny hooves. Look at these tiny paws. Look at this shadow work. This is good, but let's ignore the tiny fox for now. We'll circle back to him. Ignore it for now. Let's look at this archway. What is he? He's leading us through the archway. That's weird. Like he's almost dragging us this way. And then look at these eyes. These eyes are saying, "I know you want to follow me into this archway. Maybe I'll do some licking." Which, hey, if that's what you're into, follow the arch. Go through the archway. Follow him through that little archway. I like it. I give this card I'll try anything once out of 5. Braxton. All right, he's shouting. He's mad. He's yeah, yeah. That's what he's saying. Yeah, that way. Yeah. He's also, I don't know if anybody noticed this. I don't know if Nintendo even noticed this in the art. He's lighting this building on fire. Yeah, and lighting this building on fire. We got to get the fire marshal down there stat. I give this guy a crazy ass arson out of 5. Delphox, huh? I like this one. Because I too, this is something I too suffer from, is massive ear hair. So Delphox and I actually share that. I'm way less excited about it than Delphox is, though. When I look at my ear hair spilling out of my ears, I look like Albert Einstein in a way, you could say. Albert Einstein. With my ear hair, much like this. I got to check it. Remind me, type in the comments, put this in the comments. Remind me to call my lawyers. Because they might have stolen my ear hair for the model here. I could have another lawsuit on my hands. But for now, we'll give this, I too suffer, out of 5. Oh my god. Oh my god. Froakie here. His hands are towards the camera. This is a photo. His hands are towards the cameras as if he's saying, "I just got thrown to the ground by a mentally challenged adult. I was hopping through the city, the lake, and a mentally challenged adult picked me up and threw me at the ground as hard as he could." So I'm going to give this one I feel bad for you, Froakie, out of 5. Here we start seeing the elements come in with this Frogadier. Here we start seeing the elements come in of the break dancing. See, he's starting to pop, lock, and drop it. He's starting to pop, lock, and drop it, okay? This Frogadier is dropping it. So he's starting to get his rhythm. I don't know if you guys know that. The entire Frogadier Greninja line is actually based on break dancers. People assume ninjas, but that's because everyone's dumber than I am. It's actually based on break dancers who break dance. There's normal dancing, they broke that. Okay? That's why they honored the breakdance lineage through these French frogs. That's the connection you have there. French frog, break dance. The French are known for their dancing, of course. Everybody knows that. When you think French, you think great dancers. And then frogs are known for breaking all the bones in their body to escape predators. So they combined the two to make a French break dancer. I like it. I give this one a great design out of 5. That's great. And here we have him. Mr. Breaky Boy himself. See, he's got his cardboard here. His street cardboard. He's wearing baggy clothes. I see a break dancer with a scarf, which my biggest complaint, I can no longer break dance. When I was in my early 20s, I actually got hit by a couple city buses in a row. I got hit by one flown 50 feet through the air, hit the ground, slid. My back was bleeding. I stood up, patted off my body, got all the dirt, grit off me, and I said, hey, ouch. And everybody around me laughed, and then I turned around. Another city bus hits me, throws me 150 feet the other direction. Right as I'm about to land, third city bus hits me. I don't know where they were all going, but I was in the wrong place on a bad Tuesday. So because of that, I can no longer break dance. But before that, my biggest complaint, I was a world-renowned break dancer. That's how I immediately noticed that's what this card was. He's doing a Korgamaki is actually what that move is. The Korgamaki is where you crouch real low and you go hoo, 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 with your hands like this. Hoo, 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 hoo. But as I was saying, when I was a world-renowned break dancer before I was an art critic professionally, my neck would get freezing, so I would also wear a scarf. So I give this one a Greninja. I agree with ya. Out of 5. We got a couple. This one, I believe, is a chastity cage. So that gets an I don't want to talk about it out of 5. Just off the bat, I don't know what Nintendo's doing with this, but I think you put your balls in there, and then they pull this, and they tighten it so much that you scream. I'm not touching it. Grandpa? Grandpa? How did they get this photo of you? You told me you died years ago. Grandpa? And this just looks delicious. Who doesn't want to chew on that? That looks like a big old gumball. Put that right in my mouth and chew it Ed, Ed, and Eddie style, like a jaw breaker. Remember that? The breakers of your jaw? That's your mom's special nickname for me. But this also looks like an Ed, Ed, and Eddie jawbreaker, which I would eat. While I have your attention here, actually, I wasn't planning on doing this, but while I have your attention, let me go to Ptcg book.com. This is where you get to look at the Japanese meta. Okay. Well, I have your attention. We're going to go here because I want to point something out to you guys. Now, keep in mind, I'm an American art critic, professional art critic. I'm not a Japanese businessman, so I'm not as smart as they are. But if I come down here and I look at the meta, okay, I got a Dragapult right here. I got a Mega Lucario right here. And then a whole lot of nothing being played. Let's go over here. I got a Dragapult, a Grimmel Snarl, and a Mega Lucario. Now, I'm no genius. Again, I'll be the first to admit I'm retarded. I'm dumb. I'm an idiot, okay? I'm not a Japanese businessman. I'm not smart. But I would just play something that counters these decks, personally. I would just think of a deck that functions in maybe a Lily's Clefairy. I would counter these. I don't know. But maybe I'd figure it out if I'm playing in their meta. It's because it looks like it's pretty easy to solve because these are weak to the same one. And this deck sucks. So if I was over there, I would easily, I'm the best player in North America. I would easily be the best player in Japan. So I hope you guys liked my review of the art. Overall, I think it's shaping up to be a good set. I'm excited for the Kalos starters to come back, except for you, Scrotum Boy. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We're going to do this every time new artwork's announced. I will be reviewing it for free. You don't have to pay me. I get paid to do this, professional art critic. Thank you guys so much. Goodbye.